Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Nut Free Formula. My name's Freedom. Thank you for joining me. Today's episode is about why it felt so real with the narcissist. Um, let's just jump straight into it, shall we, darlings? The fact of the matter is this. For the vast majority of us, when we were in our situationships with a narcissist, at the time when we were in those situationships, we thought we were in love. We thought they were in love. It wasn't until after the event that we started to realize that something wasn't really right with their version of love. So, why is that? Why is it that they are so good at making us believe that it is love, that we are loved by them? Is it that they are just such good actors, or is it something else? I have two theories, and essentially what I think is this. First of all, there is a term, a word called limerence. It's a strange word. I often forget it because, hey, no one really uses it. But what it means, actually, one sec, and I'll get the exact definition. So, limerence, 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 is a state of mind which results from a romantic attraction to another person and typically involves obsessive thoughts and fantasies and a desire to form or maintain a relationship with the object of love and have one's feelings reciprocated. So essentially, what that means is the narcissist, they don't have the capacity to actually love us, but what they do is they obsess about us, and they put us up on the pedestal, and we mistake that for them loving us. We listen to their words, we listen to what they say, they're saying that they love us, and then we assign these certain behaviors and actions, and we assign it to the fact that we are actually being loved. This is a display of love. But in actuality, limerence is what's going on in that first state, the love bombing and idealization phase. They've put us up on a pedestal. They're obsessing, obsessive thoughts and fantasies. Scientists have found that people in so-called limerence states have low levels of serotonin. So it's akin to people with obsessive compulsive disorder. So it actually affects the brain functioning, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe it's because of the brain functioning that limerence occurs. I'm not sure. But I do know that this, like I said, this obsessed, fantasizing, this desire to own you, control you, have you, figure you out, that translates to love, but it is not love. It is very controlling. It's also really short term, because once you start to show your humanness, once you start to show, your flaws, like your everyday flaws, that for a narcissist is enough to cause a narcissistic injury, because in their mind they think um, that you've been hiding those parts of yourself, because they hide parts of themselves, obviously. So they think that you've been hiding, when in actuality, they just haven't observed that part of you because they've been so high on their own supply. And that's the other part of my theory, is that they literally do get high, on the chemicals and endorphins rushing through their body when they're in this state of infatuation and obsession. I mean, literally, it physically changes, their body's chemistry. scientists have shown that people in that state, the first kind of stages of falling in love or in limerence, that they have increased dopamine and serotonin and or fluctuating serotonin, but they have an increase of dopamine, increase of kind of like the love hormones. So they literally are just high. They're high on the idea of you. They are mirroring back to you your own kind of your own love, what do they call that? We all have love language. There we go. That's what it is. It's the love language. So we all have a unique love language, the way we show love. So the narcissist mirrors that back. So you feel even more in love because, here's this person and they're just so much like you. It's highly addictive, highly dangerous, and not to be mistaken for love. But that's exactly what does happen. And which is why when we step back, we look back at the relationship and we think, no, but surely they loved me. It felt so real. And at the time, they probably even believed that they did love you. But the thing is, limerence and love are two different things. Love is something that builds over time. It is consistent. It's based on reality. It's not based on fantasy. Limerence, on the other hand, is fantasy based. It's based on the illusion. So they project a whole lot of personality traits on you. They project a whole lot of things onto you. Whereas love, is a way, is a process of learning to understand someone and grow with them, connect with them, having a deep connection. So this is why it feels so real, because, as I said, at the time they're saying these things, they think they mean them, but unfortunately they don't have the attention span to actually maintain any kind of relationship long term. They don't have the skills to have an in-depth relationship. As soon as problems start to arise, they revert to this kind of automatic behavior of shaming, of hiding themselves, of blaming, of lashing out, of doing the silent treatment. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of kind of traits, character traits, personality. There's a lot of stuff that the narcissists exhibit that are they're just not conducive to a healthy relationship. You just can't. You can be in a relationship with them, but you'll never be in a healthy or happy relationship. You'll be in a toxic relationship with extreme highs and lows, where you'll be thinking like, oh yay, I'm so in love, everything's so wonderful, and then you'll be thinking, oh my god, everything's just turned to shit and my life is so miserable. How did it get like this? I mean, it's just no way for anyone to live, essentially, at the end of the day. So if you've gotten away from it, yay for you. If you're working on getting away from it, do what you need to do, because the reality is, like I said, there's no happy endings with narcissists. There really isn't. No matter how you play it, no matter what you do, it's always going to end up the same. So cut your losses, take an L on this one, move on. That's all I can say, is take the loss. All right, lovelies, thank you for watching, and get nut free, stay nut free. Bye.